Alright everyone, here we are with ticker symbol NIO, NIO Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back. And let's jump into this chart. So NIO Inc. broke through the 50-day moving average. It broke through the support level. And here it is hitting newer lows. I mean, it touched a newer low here. It was about $48.20, and from that point forward it bounced back, recovered, and here it is now around the $49.55 mark. So the lowest point that we've seen since this bullish run and recovery working its way up was down here at this point here at $48.40 to be exact, $48.40, and it started to work its way back up. It was looking pretty healthy. It had gained about 50% of its total losses here in this downward direction. I had stated in the previous video we needed to watch this closely because it was hanging out in that area. It still had some work to do, and it also was kind of at a break-even point. Now the question was, could the bulls go ahead and reach this one up to newer highs? Now, it was sitting around the $50 mark. I had asked if you guys see this hitting the $60 mark, and I have stated it in my previous videos, and I believe that the $60 mark target analysis, right, or prediction that I've seen, and I've also looked at different resources and areas, and just myself looking at the chart, I think that's a possibility. We missed the $60 mark by a little bit, but it doesn't mean that it can't happen. But I just see it much more difficult every single time for this to hit the $60 mark as time goes on until closer to a catalyst due to the fact of NIO Day. I mean, there could be some catalyst and anticipation and excitement happening now towards the end of the year, starting to the beginning of the year, because NIO Day is in January. If anybody wants to go ahead and state the date, I always forget it. I know it's in January. I had it written down and I don't remember it right now. But if anybody's watching and wants to look it up, you're more than welcome to. I mean, you can just look it up on Google. I think it pops up. But I want to stay here on the chart. But I want to give that opportunity to anybody that takes the time to share with everyone. You guys are more than welcome to comment down below. And I want every single investor to go ahead and do their due diligence just to make sure that that's the date. And we need to stay with our eyes peeled for when that time comes. But right now, you could see that NIO is not doing the same effect of consolidation and running up. I mean, I've stated in previous videos as well, it ran up, and lately there's been a lot of spikes, ups and downs. It has been working its way up to newer highs, and now we need to watch this closely. Is this going to have this consolidation period up here, or is this going to bring itself back down closer to around this area, right? Because this is the area where this ran up before hitting all these new highs. I want everybody to keep that in mind. I know there's a lot of lines, but I want you guys to focus in on what I'm trying to say. So all of this here is exponential growth beyond this growth. There was no consolidation period. There was just a lot of volatility and working its way up. So the question is, will it consolidate up here around this area and then start to work its way up to the $60 mark and probably break through it or hang out in the $50 mark? Or is this going to bring itself back down into this area, which is where it actually kind of stopped and then continued this exponential growth, and it could actually start a channel? And it's not going to start to channel from back here, okay guys? This already happened. This is the past. What I'm trying to draw is a line that creates a channel that should have happened in this area, in this whole entire part of the chart, and then bring itself up to the next level, and then consolidate and bring itself up to the next level. But it happens so fast here, we need to watch this closely. This is something I'm noticing in the chart. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen. I just want you guys to be aware and pay close attention to what the chart is showing us. And we need to look for signs of either consolidation in this area up here, or is this going to bring itself back down close to this area where this run happened and start a consolidation over here and start to work its way back up towards NIO Day, and I believe that $60 is reasonable, anywhere in that area. And then some people are saying, I see this hitting 100, I see it hitting 75. Those are all reasonable numbers. I believe anything between $60 to $100 is possible in the near term, but that $150, $200, $300, I could be wrong, but that's going to take some time. Is it possible? I believe it as well. If the innovation continues, the expansion continues, and their product delivery continues, and their innovation with batteries and a whole bunch of cool things that they're doing continues, I believe the possibilities of 150, 200, and 300 are all possible. But I don't think that's going to happen as fast as most people believe. All right? So I want us to keep ourselves level-headed. If it happens, that's just going to blow my mind, just like it'll blow anybody's mind, and just surprise us all. But I don't think it'll happen that fast. Now, $60 to $100, I believe closer to the $60 end than the $100 end, but anywhere in between that is all possible from here to January. But we need to watch this closely because it's already acting with this volatility, runs up and then volatility, and now we're in a downward direction again. I mean, this is not doing what NIO has done all year since literally June. Since June, it all started. This is what NIO healthy growth was looking like. I understand volatility, that's normal, but then there was a spike. Volatility, then there was a spike. Volatility, and then there was a spike. That right there is what I've been waiting for, to see what's going on with NIO and what's going to happen. And that's where I draw the whole entire analysis here, that this run up was one of our spikes, but we never got a consolidation period. We got a lot of spikes and wildness here. So will this consolidate up here? That's what we need to watch. Or will it bring itself down somewhere in this area, right, between $40 to $50, and kind of hang out there and start to consolidate to then go to the next level? That's what we need to watch for here with NIO. Okay, so here we are. Support and 50-day moving average has been broken through. We are in bearish territory, and we need to watch support very closely. We need to watch the lowest point reached, and we will need to watch our resistance level. So all these numbers here are super important here based off the chart. So the 50-day moving average is 52.77. As long as we're below it, we're in bearish territory. The moment we're above it, we're in bullish territory. So what's going on here? We are in bearish territory, and the lowest point reached was 48.20. 48.20, I'd write that down. If that gets broken through, this will start to see newer lows and get deeper into bearish territory. And our next support level would be down here at $44. If you want to round that up, it's $44.91. You can round that up to $44.90, or if you want to, you can round it all the way up to $45. Somewhere in that area. But right now, before worrying about that, 48.20 is our first support level to worry about after the support level that we're about to look at. So let's go ahead and see this here. So resistance. Resistance is 52.06. 52.06 is super important. If the bulls break through this point right here does not signify that the bulls have gained control. This is a point of reference that lets us as investors know where this is going, and this is the beginning of a catalyst for the bulls to get closer to the 50-day moving average and get back into bullish territory. So I want every single investor to be aware of that, pay close attention to that, and see how the stock is reacting if it breaks through 52.06. Now this needs to be turned into a support, and it means that the bulls are getting closer to their goal. But it does not signify that they've gained control and got back into bullish territory. I need every single investor to be aware of that. Now, on the other hand, we have our support level. The support level is $49 to the T. We're currently at $49.52. If this support gets broken through, you have the small window from $48.20 to $49 to see how this stock is reacting, how quickly is it moving to newer lows. And my emphasis is, if this breaks through support, we are already in bearish territory. This just means we're getting deeper into bearish territory. We need to watch this closely and also it's pulling further away from the 50-day moving average. So we need to see what's going on here closely tomorrow and see who is dominating the chart and how it's going to react. And then we have that 48.20 mark as a point of reference. And if this one gets broken through, we are getting deeper into bearish territory. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. And don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.